It's trainer talk. It's trainer talk.
Up first at the Umbreon again, baby. We got another Umbreon. Okay, but just wait. There's more. We also got a Vaporeon, baby. Oh wait, there's more. We got another Sylveon, Brandon. That is 2 Sylveons for you. Plus an Umbreon, plus a Vaporeon. I can't, bro.
Again, thank you for taking the time to do this.
Of course.
It'll be fun. I'm
happy
really
to.
excited about getting to know you better, because again, there's
Yes.
only so many things we can kind of do through chat, and
Sure.
And really take the time to learn more about you and your channel and your family and everything that you've done through the years. So,
Well, I greatly appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to this. Been looking forward to it all day.
awesome. Yeah,
Yep.
it's an absolute honor, to be able to talk to you and to meet you.
Sure.
And again, my name is Scott. Obviously, my channel is Rocket Scott, and I've
Yes.
just had a channel for about a year. So this is an
Okay.
awesome opportunity, and it's a blessing to get to meet you, Tony.
Same to you.
And
Yes.
tell me a little bit about yourself, Tony. Maybe take a few minutes to tell you this is our first podcast together. But
Yes.
this is a collaboration with Smokymon, and this is called Trainer Talk. So really excited to get to know the community, learn more about you, Tony. Again, you're Savage TCG Rips, and tell us some more about yourself and how long you've been on YouTube, and tell us more about your channel.
Of course. Well, most people know me as Savage, but I also go by Tony. And actually, I don't mean to correct you, but just recently we actually changed the channel name to Savage Pokeverse. I had a chat with a couple of my mods, and we thought that moving forward, before we get, grow too much, we thought that might be a better name, because I mostly do Pokemon related content and not really all trading card game related content. But anyways, so we started back in September, the channel. I started just doing a couple of videos, opening some product, and for me, it kind of got a little too expensive, because I don't really I have an okay job. I'm an IT network specialist, and I do okay, but it's not enough to continually open product for videos. So then I shifted to doing live probably a couple weeks after I started, and we started doing rip and ships, because that was just one way for me to be able to give good deals to people and be able to keep that money coming back in, so I can keep getting more product for more content. And as it grew, I started to do more and more giveaways, because the generosity was flowing in, and I just wanted to be able to give back, because so many more people were giving to me, and I just feel like I have to return the favor, and I want to return the favor. So that's kind of where the YouTube journey's been. So it's only been about 4 months ish since September, but I've got 3 kids. I have 3 little girls. Olivia, Evangeline, and Lucienne, and then my wife Cheyenne. They are amazing. I have been putting so much time into trying to build this channel, and they have been so good. Like, my wife has been watching the girls for me so that I can do this and also work, my actual job, and it's a lot. She stresses out a lot. I stress out because I'm putting so much time into it, and I don't feel like I'm always giving my family as much time as I should. But I've kind of reworked things to where I don't stream as much. I only do like 4 days a week, so I can have plenty of time with my family. I'm 32. If anybody wants to know my age, if that's important to you. As far as Pokemon goes, I tell you what, I've been a fan of Pokemon since day one. Like, video games, the anime, the cards, I mean, all of it. And I pretty much have never stopped liking Pokemon. People probably think I know too much about Pokemon, not gonna lie. I love it though, man. The Pokemon itself has kind of gotten me through, like, I wouldn't say hard times, but stressful times. It's something that I've always been able to just play the video games, watch the show, open some cards. It feels good, man. And I know a lot of people share that same passion. And this is why I love this, because I can share my passion of Pokemon with other people that love the hobby as well. So,
Yeah, that's awesome, Tony. I mean, maybe you could share a little bit more. When did you first get into Pokemon? You said, you've got it's helped you get through some times.
sure.
You've been a collector for how many years? Maybe tell us a little bit about what was the first set you remember ripping open, or did maybe
Right.
inherited a collection? Maybe you
Sure.
got a brother or somebody else's collection? Who got you into it and when did it start?
So I believe it was probably my grandma. She's always kind of been close to me and my family growing up, and I think she originally got me into Pokemon. But I started on base set. We opened base set, and I was able to probably. I can't really remember if I opened first edition. It's too long ago, and I'm sure I did. I don't really have any of my cards anymore from a kid, but we started on base set. I started playing Red and Blue, on the Game Boy, and then as the main series games progressed, I continued to play every single one of them as the I stopped on the cards though, I will admit. I probably opened up until about the Neo series.
Hmm.
And then I just kind of got to the age where I didn't get out of Pokemon. My parents didn't want to buy it for me anymore. My parents weren't always a fan of Pokemon, not gonna lie, but um yeah, so there was a huge portion of time that I didn't collect. I probably didn't get back into it until Black and White as far as the cards go. I still played the games and still watched the anime. But as far as collecting goes, my original childhood collection's gone. I know, not really sure whatever happened to that. I'm sure my parents got rid of it, sold it at the garage sale, something like that. Um, but after I had got back into it from Black and White, I was doing master sets. That was always my favorite thing to do is put the master sets together and build those. But unfortunately, probably like 4 years ago, maybe got into a little bit of financial trouble, unfortunately, self-inflicted, that I hate to admit, but I sold off my collection. So at the moment, I don't really actually have a collection of Pokemon cards. Not gonna
Wow.
lie, everything that I have right now is stuff that I've purchased for my viewers, just to give to them and just to give them product to open. I don't really purchase for myself anymore. Occasionally I'll purchase cards to grade. I do enjoy grading, but even with grading, most of the cards I send are just for friends and family or
Yeah.
viewers that pull a card in the stream and they say, I don't know anything about grading. It's like if you feel comfortable, I'll pay to send it, or you can send me the money, I'll send it and then send it to you when I get it back. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm all right with that. I enjoy opening the cards. But I don't know. I guess I don't feel like I need a big collection, but I still love it. I love the TCG very much, for
Maybe
sure.
talk about you have a rip and ship on your channel right now, and I think that's
Yes.
awesome that you offer that to your community, and also it sounds like you also do some giveaways
Oh
for your
yeah.
community as well. Maybe talk about what have been some of the big or your favorite hits, or maybe not the most expensive card, but maybe somebody that you remember recently that you opened up and it was a chase card of theirs.
Right.
Maybe tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, so we started the rip and ships with Surging Sparks actually. And we did pretty well with that. It did good. My very first buyer ever was someone that I had reached out to on Facebook, and they just wanted to help kind of get things moving with the channel and buy in. And they did pretty good. They pulled an SIR Latios and then SIR Hydreigon, which I absolutely love. That was early on though. Something I do want to say though about my rip and ships is I won't ever offer up any product that I can't offer well below market, which is
Hmm.
why I have not had much English on my channel lately because it's just unless I happen to walk into Walmart or something and find it, all of my LCSs I used to go through, I just can't get good prices with them anymore, which is unfortunate, but I have a great guy that orders from a distributor for me for Japanese product and I can always keep that low, but as far as hits go, I mean, you saw recently today, and I appreciate the love that you showed on the short, but we pulled out Lily's Clefairy
Yeah.
SIR from Battle Partners, and that was on a pack that we were giving away. So we had given away the entire box of Battle Partners, every single pack in there. And he happened to pull that, which I just love. Every time I do pack openings as a giveaway, my hope is that I hate it when they don't pull nothing, which I still try to give them something, even if they pull nothing. But when they do pull well, it's awesome. And previously, before that, we gave away 151 packs that were English, 12 of those. And someone pulled the Venusaur SAR, and they were so thankful, and it makes me feel good, and I love it. And we pretty much pulled every chase card from all the Japanese sets recently that have come out. We've opened a lot of Terrafest on the channel. Uh, Pretty much pulled every single card from there. The Umbreon SAR, the Umbreon Master Ball, and that was just yeah, that was amazing for sure.
That's incredible. Yeah, that Clefairy you pulled was absolutely beautiful. I know that's a chase
Nice,
card for many, many, many people.
of course.
And I think that's just kind of just shows where we're at right now in 2025.
Sure.
Already, it's just the beginning of 2025, and some of this artwork it just brings back so many memories for people with trainer
Very good.
cards.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, you talked a little bit in the beginning about your why, as far as why you started the channel. You say you have a family, you've got kids. Personally, what was the it sounds like you had an interest in Pokemon. You love the anime, you love the games. But maybe talk a little bit more about your why, as far as to go from a collector, or to go from somebody with a passion for Pokemon to actually start a channel. What was like that main motivation for you?
Sure. So my entire life, it's a couple of reasons. The first one is because of that passion of Pokemon, I've always wanted to just share it with other people, and I feel like I've kind of never really had that opportunity. It's just kind of been me doing my own thing, just play the games by myself, collect the cards by myself, My kids are starting to get a little bit older, and my oldest is starting to get into it, which is really nice, but I kind of wanted a way to share that passion with others. And of course, it was something that I wanted to do is kind of like a side hustle, I guess, try to see if I can build it up and make something of it, something that could possibly help me and my family. Because not that we're doing terribly, but I feel like we could always do better. And I know Pokemon so well, it's something I care about, and I feel like that's something that is easy to build upon, I guess I should say. Um, those were the biggest reasons why I initially started the channel. And I had tried content creating probably, shoot, it's been 10 years ago now. I had started by doing shiny hunting. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but the main series games have like a method where you can hunt down different colored Pokemon in the game, and
Hmm.
it's a long hunt. But I had started doing that on Twitch, and it started to build, but then I had my first child, and I just had like zero time to do it, and so I gave it up. And 5 years later, I had moved over to YouTube and tried again. Started doing some card openings. I still have some of those older videos on my YouTube now. But then I had, more. I had two more kids, and it just got worse and worse. The job got more busy, and I had to push it to the side again. And then recently, like I said, back in September, I finally got to a point to where the job was great. I could have a consistent schedule there. My kids are starting to get old enough to where, you know, my wife can kind of take care of them by herself. She doesn't need as much as help from me. So we started from there, and it just started to take off in September when I started to build, and I just want to continue to keep growing it. And I'm really enjoying meeting all the people that I have met along the journey, because it's been great meeting you, Scott. It's been awesome. ALB Trading's a really cool guy, and so is Shark Collects. Been talking with those guys. We're going to card party together, so that should be pretty fun. Are you going to card party?
That's a great question. I don't know yet. I would
Okay,
love the opportunity. And that's a great question is, where are you? I don't know if you don't have to say
sure.
specifically, but if you're comfortable, what state are you in? And
Sure.
I know Card Party there's two of them this year. There's one in
Right.
Florida, and then one in the Northwest in Seattle.
Correct. Yeah. So I don't mind telling. I'm in Colorado. I usually tell everybody on my streams where I'm from. I don't really say the exact location like you said, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're in Colorado. So Seattle's closer, but that's the one that Al and Shark are going to as well. So I was gonna try to do the Florida one, but that's just, yeah, too far away, and we don't really have the funds to do two different vacations, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
but I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time I just love being around people that have that passion for Pokemon and the trading cards. So
Now, do
it's
you
great.
plan to go by yourself or take your family with you?
This one will be by myself.
Okay.
And I'm actually very nervous about that. Not being by myself, but leaving my family behind. This will be the first time I've left my entire family behind for a trip. My
Wow.
wife and I have gone and done trips with the two of us and left the kids behind with grandparents, but never by myself. So it's going to be an experience for sure. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to be with a bunch of friends of mine. I've never met them, but we've chatted, and I think it'll be a good time regardless.
Absolutely. No, I think it's going to be a great time, especially to meet people that, we only know through Discord, or
Right.
kind of, as a creator, you're somebody that you're just through chat. So it's
Sure.
an awesome opportunity to meet people in person. maybe some moderators, and
I would love that.
some
Yeah.
legends within the community,
Yes.
and also just some fun people. I think it's an awesome opportunity to just meet more and more people. So yeah, I'm
Right.
excited for you. And maybe talk a little bit more about what's some of your favorite content to make. I mean, you have a rip and ship within your live streams, but I really
Sure.
love watching some of your YouTube shorts. Tell me what is something you enjoy about your videos, or what are some of your favorite videos to make? Do you do any challenge videos? Do you like to make clips of what you've opened up as far as packs?
Sure.
Do you play any video games within your content? What's kind of like your favorite content to make?
So shorts have been something I've been focusing on a lot lately, and of course lives. I do 4 lives a week, but I do have three different types of shorts that I love, and I've recently it was my wife idea for two of them, and I think they're great. So we do have one short where she sits behind me. She has a Pokemon on her phone, any Pokemon. She finds one and just picks it. I got 30 seconds to guess what that Pokemon is based off questions that I ask her, and I love that because it kind of gives me a chance to showcase my knowledge of Pokemon because it's a lot. I know quite a bit. So we do have that short going. We've got a couple episodes of that. They're great. I think people are loving them, and so continuing with that, we do have one. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. What do we do? Oh, it's Mimic Monday is what I call it. That's right. So my wife, and that was another one of my wife's idea. I'll open a pack, usually just a single pack, and each Pokemon I'll try to mimic their what sound they make in the anime, and I'll go through and I'll do each one. It's very dumb, but I'm kind of I can be a little out there sometimes. I can be a lot for sure, but I enjoy it. It's fun to do, and then I do try to take the best pulls from my live content and make shorts out of that, of course, as well. One thing I really love about my lives, though, is the giveaway games we do. I love being able to give away things, but I try to make it as fun as possible for the viewers. Like I have a new game called Energy Mania that we've been doing for a couple of streams, which is a way for they're going to win something regardless, but depending on how they play the game, they could end up winning more cards and coming away with a lot of cards that way. And then we did a little deal or no deal game to where we basically played deal or no deal, but you win Pokemon cards. So, and depending on how you play that, your card can either be better or worse, but you still win something. But I love doing that. And I think the viewers are liking it. I haven't heard any complaints, so I hope that they enjoy it. But I definitely enjoy the kind of content to where I can just express who I am and just have fun, And then, of course, I love opening Pokemon cards. Everybody does that thrill of chasing, those big hits it's amazing. And I guess I've always liked doing it for myself, but it feels I don't know. I would say better when I'm doing it for other people. Like when I'm doing these rip and ships or when I'm doing giveaways, just feels so good knowing I just pulled that person like the best card, or an expensive card or a card they wanted. It's great. I love all aspects of my content, but I definitely do enjoy where I can just be myself. So the shorts are a great way for that, and so are the lives for sure.
Maybe Tony, you could tell us a little bit about how often do you do live streams? Is it something you do weekly? Do you try and do multiple times a week?
Yeah, so we probably the last 3 weeks we've decided or I've decided to continue doing a specific schedule. So we do Mondays at 5 p.m. Central Mountain, and then we do Thursday, Friday, Saturday streams, and those are at 4 p.m. Central Mountain time. So those are our live streams. I'm trying to work it to where I can upload shorts at certain times of the week, but haven't really been able to implement that yet because sometimes the family life gets a little crazy and I get a little behind. Maybe I'm stuck at work too late and I can't get to the things I want to get to. So I definitely try to pick one day and just get all the content done in one day and then schedule it to release on certain days. But unfortunately, that part doesn't always happen like I wanted to. But as far as the live streams go, consistently Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
And you've done an incredible job. I mean, in just
Well, thank
a
you.
few months, you said you started in September, was it, of last year in 20?
Right. Yeah. September was right at the beginning is when I started. And I didn't start right up with the live streams right away. That actually might have started in October. But yeah.
And
That's
then
where
can you
we've
kind of
been.
walk us through? I mean, a lot of content creators, maybe somebody who's just starting out or is kind of curious. I mean, can you kind of talk through some of the milestones? I'm always fascinated to know. I still remember like the first 50 and this first 100
Sure.
and how long that took. Do you specifically remember how long it took you to go from one subscriber to 50 and maybe 100?
So as I'd said before, like 5 years ago, I had started to try to do YouTube. And back when I had started, I had already had probably about 200 to 300 subscribers. So when picked it up again in September, I wasn't starting from scratch per se,
Okay.
but I had already built up a little bit. But from there, I started pushing out videos, picking up one or two here. Nothing was crazy the first couple of weeks. But when I started going live and I started getting out in front of people, and even though I was mostly doing the rip and ships with the best deals I possibly could, I was doing some giveaways, and those giveaways really started to help. But it probably took, I don't know, maybe that first month, and then somebody had rated the channel. I can't remember. And I feel so bad that I can't remember who it was, but someone had rated the channel, and it took us from like we were at 500 at the time. It took us from pretty much 500 to just short of 1,000 subscribers.
Wow.
It was huge, and for the life of me, I can't remember who it was, and I feel so bad that I can't remember. I'll have to go back and check out the live stream to figure out who it was, but that was great. And then from there, every stream, it seems like we picked up more and more, and then that's when I started to work on shorts. My shorts started to bring in more and more subscribers, but really, in my mind, the best way to just build a channel is you just got to keep doing it. You got to keep going live, because back then I was doing 7 days a week live streams because I
Yeah.
was just trying to just as much as I possibly can just pump out the content. Same with shorts. I was trying to do shorts constantly. And you got to give yourself as many opportunities to put yourself in front of, viewers, and then I started meeting people like Al. Al helped me. He really helped me realize that I need to be more efficient with kind of like marketing myself and reaching out to like you, Scott, and to other content creators, and try to share the love, which it made sense. I don't know why I wasn't doing it in the first place, but that is also a great way to, you know, grow your channel if you're someone that's new. Discord has been great as well. There's a lot of different Discords out there where you can self-promote, which I think it's been a great way for me to grow, and I've seen it's been a great way for other content creators to grow. Um, I'm seeing a lot of new content creators come up lately, and I love it. Like they got some great content. I think if they can just continue to keep it up, they'll do just as good as me or you or even Al for that. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. You speak to, the importance, and, and I love that. I mean, it sounds like, you, started, YouTube, you kind of grew it to 300 subscribers, took a little bit of a break, and then you've just been consistent and crushing
sure.
it. I mean, can you share with us right now, as of, today, February in 2025, how many subscribers do you have?
Before we started this meeting, I was at 1830. So
Wow.
1,830. And we're very close to 200. I was like a week ago, I was thinking, we're still a ways out from 2,000. I need to possibly start thinking about something I could do as like a 2,000 subscriber giveaway or something. And haven't come up with anything yet. But today I'm like, dang, we're a lot closer than I remember. And I haven't come up with something. So I need to really work on a good thing. But yeah, 2,000 to me just blows my mind. I mean, that in my mind, that's so many people that are sharing the love. And I love it, man. And I got to do something big, and I want to do something big. So.
Yeah.
I know it's 2,000. I'm sure some people that may be nothing, but to me, that's a lot.
No, it is all amazing. I mean, every milestone should be celebrated, whether it's 50, whether it's
Sure.
100. It is every milestone is huge. So,
Yes,
uh,
100%.
huge congratulations to you. I
Well,
mean,
thanks,
that's a
Scott. I
lot
appreciate
of
it.
growth quickly in just a matter of a few months. It's really
Sure.
incredible, and you're doing an amazing job. I mean,
Well, thank
to
you.
have that much engagement, and you're able to do live streams, create some great YouTube shorts, also having
Yes.
fun with your games and involving your family too, and involving
Yeah.
your wife, I think is really awesome. I think it speaks to a lot of people. Maybe if you could talk a little bit about, I mean, you're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. We're still early in 2025. Do you
Yes.
have some goals? I mean, have you written down any goals? Obviously, you probably have some goals in your mind, but what are some goals for your channel for the rest of this year? anything you'd like to see as far as content wise.
Sure.
But any goals? What would you like to see for your channel?
Oh, very much so. So the first goal is to finish my criteria for YouTube to be monetized. So I think it was back in the start of January is when I reached that first 3,000 watch hours to be able to have super chats and uh, members on the channel, which was great. And then we're still not quite there to the 4,000 to be able to be monetized, but that is definitely a goal. We're at 36, so we're almost there. We're pretty close. So that's my main goal right now. And then past that for like the entire year, it feels like it's a stretch, but I kind of want to see if I can try to get to 5,000 subscribers. That seems like a lot, but I don't know. I feel like if we continue to grow at the rate we are, I think we can do it. I definitely think the channel can do it. I've got a lot of great mods that are just absolutely amazing. They help out so much in the live streams. I have meetings with them once a month. They give me all kinds of ideas. I talk with other content creators to get ideas. So that really helps me grow. So I think 5,000 is a pretty realistic goal, and I'm hoping we can reach that. I definitely do want to see more live viewers on my lives. We've kind of stayed around 25 to the 30 area, which I think is great. That is like a huge improvement because I remember like 3 months ago we were only at maybe 10 viewers per live stream, which at that time I thought that was great. And it seems like every month we're picking up another 10 consistent viewers on the live stream, which is great. So by the end of this year, if I had like a consistent like 50 to 60 viewers, I think that would be awesome. That'd be amazing. I'm just I feel like I'm doing so much or trying to do my best for the community by giving them as much as I possibly can because we're in a time with Pokemon right now that it's just so hard to get anything, whether it be single, sealed, whatever. And I know that it's not cheap. A lot of people can't afford it. And even for people that can't afford it, they just can't find it. So if I can give whatever I can find, I'm going to do it. So the more eyes I can get on my channel, so the more people I can give an opportunity to just give them some Pokemon, related things. And that's a huge goal of mine. And I think I'm hoping that Card Party is another outlet as well to kind of expand the channel, maybe get the channel name out there and let people know what we do and hopefully get more eyes that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Those are the goals for sure.
yeah, you bring up a great point. I mean, this is an interesting time right now, early in 2025.
Yep.
We've seen things in the hobby and in the collection market.
Sure.
Just trying to find inventory is a challenge for everybody.
It's rough. Yep.
If you don't have a distributor, even if you have a distributor, I personally don't have a distributor. Back when I had a card shop, back before COVID,
Sure.
I did have a distributor. But right now it's a challenging time. I mean, I have to go
Yep.
out and get things just like everybody else,
Right.
retail or online stores, but it's a challenge for all of us.
Yes, very much so.
You're looking to pick up the latest set of prismatic or you're looking for something that's just a couple sets old.
Sure.
One of the things you had mentioned that I think is really a positive is you're able to find inventory for a Japanese product. So maybe
Yes.
talk a little bit about that. It sounds like you have a rip and ship with Japanese. Talk about that a little bit. And then also, have you considered any other languages? I know simplified Chinese is popular or getting more and more popular just because inventory is tough to get.
Right. So I will attribute some of my success with being able to find Japanese product at a good price is I've always been part of buy, sell, trade Pokemon pages on Facebook in my state of Colorado. I've been a part of a bunch of them forever. And through those pages, I've been able to meet a lot of different people and a lot of different sellers. And when I started the channel, probably the first month in, I was just buying wherever I could find product until I had met this one guy that had he runs like a whatnot business. Him and a bunch of other guys, they do rip and chips on their whatnot, and they're pretty big over there. And I had told him that I'm trying to build up some content doing a rip and chip on YouTube, and he wanted to be able to help other content creators. So he basically allowed me into his inner circle. I place orders with him, and he just orders it straight from the distributor for me and send it straight to me. And he probably charges me a little bit more than what the distributor price is, but it's not too much more. And it's usually like I mean, I just bought, a case of battle partners, and the market on that right now is about 83, I think, when I checked today, and
Yep.
I was able to get those for 70, and I'm charging pretty close to that price because
Wow.
I mean, I if I break even or even lose money, I don't really care as much as I should. I just want to be able to give other people the chance to buy or open product like this at not an insane price. So it's nice that I have that connection with him, and every time a new set comes out, I will get it cheap, and I usually just ask people in chat, what they want to see, and as long as it's not like extremely old Japanese, I can usually get it at a good price and let it be available to them via rip and ship, or you know we do breaks on the channel as well, just single box breaks where multiple people can buy packs for that. We do it in a fun way, and this fun way was actually, this idea came from Al originally, but basically we do a box break to where you buy a certain amount of packs. Whoever has the highest value pack gets a certain card, and every other buyer does like a little giveaway race for another card. So other than what you pull from your packs, you have another chance to get something else out of the break. So we've been doing a lot of that as well. As far as opening other languages, I'm very much open to it. I always tell my viewers that I will buy what they want to see or what they want. In my mind, I'm not opening what I want. I'm trying to open and get what my viewers want. I'm happy to do whatever because I enjoy it. The language doesn't really matter to me. I like the art, so whatever writing is on the card, it don't matter. So, but I've seen some of the stuff they've been doing with simplified Chinese, and it looks nice, especially with, what was it, 151? They have
Yeah.
some different artworks that you can only get with the simplified Chinese, and it looks great. I love it.
Yeah, some of the promo cards are just incredible that I've seen with simplified Chinese, and again, I mean many different languages,
Sure.
and it's kind of down to a place right now where the artwork is just incredible, and again, it's kind of what we can find right now, and I
Right.
think the community loves that just kind of diversity within
Sure.
different packs, different artwork,
Right.
but it all is still gorgeous. So,
Oh, I love it. The
and
art is
especially
great.
being so hard to find anything on the store
Yeah.
shelves right now. We talk about restocks, and restocks just go super fast
Oh
unless
yeah.
you're physically there in the store.
Yep.
Um, Maybe talk about some things you're excited about within Pokemon. Any new sets you're looking forward to? There's a new Team Rocket set coming out.
Oh yeah.
What are some things? Maybe talk about some of your ideal boxes that you would like to get. What are some of the giveaways that you would like to do? And maybe talk about that a little bit.
Sure. New sets always get me excited. I don't really Doesn't really matter what the set is, what it has in it. It's new. I'm excited about it. But at the same time, lately, I have been a little bit less excited for new sets
Hmm.
because I get worried about the hype and where things are, and that it's like I get so overly excited, but then I know I'm not going to be able to get it. So I don't know. For the English, it's rough, but like for Japanese, I'm really excited. Like they just announced Hot Air Arena, I believe it's called. Comes out in March in Japanese. I've seen some of the cards in that set. We were talking about it on your stream today, and the Ho-Oh SAR card is beautiful. The Cynthia's Rose Raid, oh, it's so nice. I love that card. It's good. Yeah, and the Rocket set, I mean, the throwback to like Team Rocket or like Rocket Returns. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
Some people were asking me, do I think it's gonna be like a copy and paste kind of things like Evolutions was to base set, or if it's gonna be its own new take on Team Rocket. And I definitely think it's gonna be a new take. I don't think it's gonna be a copy and paste, but I'm looking forward to see what kind of Pokemon they throw in there. I mean, they showed a picture of Giovanni and Mewtwo, so I'm sure there'll be like a Giovanni and Mewtwo card. So
Yeah.
very excited to see that. And Dark type is my favorite type of Pokemon. So you're already going for a dark theme. I'm in. I'm
Yeah.
in. And I know a lot of people are too. So I'm very excited to open that. I hope I can get it in English. I know I'll be able to get it in Japanese. That's not an issue, but yeah, I hope that I'm able to. And as far as giveaways in the channels in the future, I just hope I can continue to do more packs because after what happened, with one of the viewers getting that Lily's Clefairy, I love that. Like, I, f- I feel like I can just give people an opportunity to get more out of their giveaway. I mean, it doesn't always happen, of course, but that chance to pull something big, it's just, I love that. And I already sent that card off to that viewer. He should be getting it here pretty soon, and I can't wait for him to have that card in his hand, and yeah, and then slabs, I kind of want to do more slab giveaways. I haven't been doing very many of those, but I've got a ton of orders at Beckett right now, ton of orders at PSA. So when those start coming back, I'm looking forward to giving those opportunities to the regular viewers, to the members that show so much love to the channel, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I have great hopes for the Pokemon TCG moving forward. I know there's a lot of bad going on right with it right now. I've seen a lot of scary stuff over there and whatnot with some, certain people doing scammy thing, which I hate to see. I really do, but that makes me want to do greater things as much as I can on my channel because of what's going on over there and whatnot. So I'm trying my best to give Pokemon a good name again because it kind of feels like people are thinking about Pokemon nowadays and they think of it in a bad way and not in a great way, which I don't like. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good moving forward.
So tell me a little bit more about your area. You live in Colorado, you said.
Yeah,
Maybe share some stories about, were you as a kid growing up,
sure.
or as an adult now, were there any card shops that you would go to? Do you have any memories of card shops? Are you able to take your kids? Are they into Pokemon?
Sure.
And do you visit a local card shop? Tell me about that relationship. Do you have any enjoyment about going, taking your family to any favorite card shops near your
Sure.
area?
So we live in a very small mountain town. There is absolutely really nothing. I mean, we have our convenience store, I got a gas station. I work for a school district. The school district has a couple of schools out here in this area, so I don't have too far to work. But yeah, as far as like car shops, we don't have anything like that. But the area I live in, I've been pretty much living in since 2000. I'm actually I'm in my childhood home right now. I bought it for my parents when they moved back to Texas. So it's kind of, I thought it was to be weird living in my childhood home, but once you make it your own home, doesn't feel that bad. So I really like it. There is a town about 45 minutes north of here that does have a couple of card shops. They've changed. They have changed. I started actually playing the TCG in 2019 when Sun and Moon, at the end of Sun and Moon, had collected up until that point, never even tried learning how to play the game, but finally learned how to play in 2019. And I would go to both of those card shops to play as much as I could. I was really enjoying that. And the community felt like it just felt good to be around those people. But now it's changed a lot, Scott. It's definitely changed, every time I go there now, it seems like the shop owner, who's a great guy to the shop I love to go to, called Game Nights. He seems like he's stressed all the time because it's so hard for him to get product. He's pretty much doing the same as like other people are and trying to go find it at retail so that he can resell it to the Pokemon community to get stuff because he's trying to help out the players get products so they can have cards from new sets so they can put them in their decks and whatnot. But I don't take my kids there much. My daughter's still she's about to turn 6, my oldest, and she doesn't quite understand. She's just now learning to read and she's getting pretty good at it. But we do go to card shows. We have a ton of card shows here in Colorado that seem to always be going on almost every weekend, if not every other weekend. And I try to get up there to get some stuff for the channels. My kids love coming up there with me. Um, Sometimes when we take the whole family, it gets a little stressful because those events are very packed, a lot going on, and my kids are so young. It's touch, 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 touch everything they can, and trying to keep them contained can be interesting. But when I'm hanging out with my oldest daughter, it's just the two of us because she seems to be the only one that's taking a little bit of interest into Pokemon, and I love it, man. It's so much fun. We enjoy it for sure. But yeah, I've been in this area, like I said, since 2000 and been here since.
So I got to ask you, personal question. This is the
Yeah.
childhood home you grew up in.
Yep.
Where you are right now, is this the location where it looks like where you do all of your live streaming from? What
Sure.
room is this? Are you in your
This is my
childhood
brother's room.
bedroom?
No, this was my brother's room.
Okay, your brother's
Yep.
room.
And
Okay.
where the wall is, where the TV is, that's where my room was, and that's now my oldest two girls' room.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
it's definitely weird, but like I said, when you change up the house and you kind of make it your own, it doesn't feel so bad. And we've done a lot of remodeling in the house too, so it's definitely changed it up for sure. But yeah, it's not so bad. You know, the mountains up here are nice. It's beautiful. It's quiet. So I like that for sure.
So if you were to go, try to get, any Pokemon product, do you have a Target, a Walmart? Like where would you go try to get a pack or
Sure.
ETB or anything?
So yeah, so that town I was telling you about, that's about 45 minutes north. They have three Walmarts, a Target, and two GameStops. And I mean, sure, you can find some stuff at Best Buy every once in a while. Barnes and Nobles has some stuff. Right now, Fridays has been my day. Friday's the day I run to that town. I drive around, spend the whole morning with all three of my kids actually, because my wife works on Fridays. So I spend time with the girls on Fridays before the stream. And yeah, I try to find stuff. Very unsuccessful about 95% of the time. But yeah, it's just, I keep hearing that there's a lot of people in the area that have the ends with the, I guess it's MJ Holdings that drops off product at the Walmarts and stuff like that. But there's people that know those times and they know when they're going to be there. So I don't have that information. So yeah, it's basically, unless I happen to walk into that Walmart while that person's there stocking it, I ain't seen nothing. And, last Friday, I actually waited in line at GameStop for 2 hours when they were dropping 151 booster bundles. I got two. They were limiting it, which I think is great. I wish all the retail stores would do that, but I know that's never going to happen, which is all good, I guess. But yeah, GameStop seems to be the go-to for me to at least get something every time something new drops. But they're not getting very much product anymore, it seems, these GameStops. They're getting very little. They have enough to fulfill the pre-orders and then give out whatever they have left. So,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a challenging time. I mean, to try to find things in the wild right now, it's
oh
not
yeah,
like it used to be where you could always have a guarantee something on the rack,
sure.
right? It was
Anything left. Yeah.
anything. Even the holiday boxes are going.
Right.
Trainer boxes, the battle
Sure.
deck, everything is kind of wiped out, and
Yes.
it's a challenging time. But I mean, I think it's exciting that you're, offering, Japanese booster boxes, product that you can find.
Sure.
Could you maybe talk about? You say you don't have a personal collection
Yeah.
any longer, but
No,
you got to
unfortunately
have
not.
some personal grails. I mean, what are some of the personal cards that are like your favorites that
Sure.
you are would love to chase? Maybe something from your past, anything vintage.
Yeah.
My heart is always in vintage.
Oh, of
But
course, of course.
what are some of your grails that you would absolutely love to collect?
I've got plenty. I've got a nice list of cards that I'd absolutely love to have in my possession again because I used to have them and unfortunately I don't. So I'm just like everybody else and I say this, but Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. I mean, he has been since I was a kid. I played Red and Blue, open base set, one of my first starters. I love Charizard. I know a lot of people do, and that's fine, but I'm not going to say I don't like Charizard just because everybody else does. But Shining Charizard from, I believe it was Neo Destiny, right? I think that was what it was. I used to have that card, and I don't even need a first edition. I'd be happy with just the unlimited one. There was a shiny Charizard that was a secret rare in black and white, Plasma Storm, I believe it was. Plasma Storm. That card I absolutely love. I would love to have a good copy of that. That one's so hard to find. I find them every time I go to a show, but they're usually damaged or moderately played. And I've never been the kind of collector that can collect anything that's not near mint. And that's a personal problem of mine. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with light play or near or moderately played, but I'm just weird like that. I guess if I have a copy of a card, I want it to be as clean as it possibly can. And I'm happy to fork over more dough just to get the nicer copy of it. But that seems to be one card I can't ever find in good condition. Um, as far as that goes, if we talk more modern, it's crazy. I opened a lot of Evolving Skies when it first came out and opened it, as much as I could from the release date to like 2 years after it was out. And I pulled a total of five of those Umbreon VMAX alternate arts
Wow.
throughout that time. I pulled a lot.
Wow.
Of course, I don't have any more of those. I either traded them for something or sold them. I got two of them graded. They came back PSA Gem Mint 10s. But this
Wow.
was back when it was nowhere near the price that it is now. We're talking
Wow.
like The first one I pulled, it was probably Umbreon, was like $200 maybe.
Wow.
I think at the most expensive price I ever had one was when it was like $500.
Oh my gosh.
I never owned any of those, unfortunately, when they're, what are we at now? Like $1,600 for that card.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So having one of those would be nice, but I can't see myself ever spending $1,600 on that card. But I'd be more than happy to maybe try to open a little bit of Evolving Skies, see what happens there. As far as Sun and Moon goes, there were some really cool cards there. Like there's a Greninja and Zoroark tag team card that I absolutely love. There was a card in Cosmic Eclipse. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the three legendary Pokemon together that looked like they're like stone statues. That card was really cool too. And then the Megas. I know a lot of people don't like the Mega Evolutions from X and Y.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them. That was always my favorite game mechanic they put in the games. And then when they brought it into the TCG, I was like, let's go. I love Mega Evolutions, like a
Yeah.
Sceptile and oh yeah, Mega Charizard. Those are great. So Flash Fire Mega Charizards, love to have those in the collection again. But it's great. And I actually think, personally, I think Megas are going to come back to the TCG. And I think that because, we have Pokemon Legends ZA coming out to the Switch 2. We haven't heard much about that, but we know they're bringing back Mega Evolutions. And the TCG has kind of always tried to follow the main series games. We had Astral Radiance and what was it, Lost Origin maybe, that kind of were based off of Pokemon Legends Arceus. A lot of the
Mhm.
cards were. So I feel like they'll do the same thing for Legends ZA, which means I think Megas will come back. That's just me guessing, but we'll see. But I would love for that to happen. That'd be great.
So talk a little bit more about, some of the trainers. Do you like, you obviously like the megas. Are there cards that you would like to see, look forward to in some of these next coming sets? Right now,
Sure.
Battle Partners is super popular.
Oh yeah.
That's the set right now that is available through Japanese. We got Journey Together coming out in
Right.
English. Are there some specific cards you're looking forward to that are coming out, or maybe your community? Do you have people within your live streams, cards that they're specifically looking for?
As far as the community, it definitely seems like the new Rocket set seems to be the talk of the town. They're looking forward to having Rocket back. I haven't, they like Battle Partners. They seem to be excited for Journeys Together, but I don't really see them talking about it too much. I feel like Prismatic Evolutions is still on everybody's minds. They're still chasing those evolutions. Me personally, Journeys Together was nice. I like some of the trainers. I love the arts, but I'm not a fan of these trainers. I think Hot Air Arena or Hot Wave Arena, I can't remember what it's called. It's bringing in some more trainers that I like more. When it comes to trainers, Gen 1, early generations, I prefer those trainers more than I do trainers that were announced in like newer generations. So there's supposed to be Misty coming back. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
I've always loved Cynthia. Cynthia's great. Um, who was it? Oh, Ethan. So Ethan's like a Generation 2 character from like Gold and Silver. So he's coming back. He's got his Ho-Oh card. And I think Arvin is another character that's going to be in that set, which he's a newer generation, but if you play the Generation 9 game, Scarlet and Violet, he's actually kind of a cool character. It's fun to follow his story in the games. But I'm greatly looking forward to it. I don't really see very many of my community members talking about upcoming sets as much as I would think that they would.
Hmm.
But maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm not hyping him up enough and getting him excited about it. Maybe I should work on that a little bit more, but I definitely do see him talking about the Rocket set, which we don't really know a whole lot about yet. So,
That's right.
but
We just have some, Poke Beach has got, some images that they've talked about, but again, we don't have anything
right,
finalized. But maybe that's kind of the mystique of the
sure,
excitement. We certainly know it's not going to be like a reprint
right,
of, clearly Team Rocket or Team Rocket Returns, which it
sure,
shouldn't be. I mean,
agreed.
those were
Yes,
their own vintage standalone sets, but
right,
really excited about, what's coming out. Obviously, personally,
sure,
Team Rocket is my ultimate favorite set,
right,
but yeah, I'm excited for Japanese as well as English. Hopefully, we can both get our hands on some pre-orders. It sounds like you've got
yes,
a great distributor or channel where
sure.
you can get some product. I would love for you to talk about, some of the Poketubers. There's a lot of Poketubers out there in this
Yes.
space. Maybe some people that you've been following, the past few years, or maybe certainly now, some inspiration that you get, some of your favorites, maybe anybody that comes to the top of your mind,
Sure.
and really maybe talk a little bit about what you like about them, maybe things that inspire you.
Well, I would say pre-channel, before I started my channel, who I watched was a lot different than who I watch now. And early on I watched a lot of PokeRev, as I'm sure a lot of people do. A lot of people watch PokeRev, and that was one thing that always got me even more excited about opening cards, was seeing them open it first, when a new set came out. And then I think that's what a lot of people feel. They probably feel the same way I do, is they see those openings early and that makes them get that much more hyped about it. But I used to watch him a lot on, like, if I had breaks. I don't really watch YouTube much when I'm home, or at least I didn't. I do now, but I didn't before. But anytime I was out or had a break, I'd watch Rev. Um, Cool Trainer Ryan's definitely an interesting character, and I feel like he's definitely an acquired taste, but a lot of people seem to like him, and I do like his videos. They're a little crazy, and I think I like him because I can kind of relate. I may not get it as wild as he does, but I'm definitely a weirder character and do some weird things. Um, but yeah, he was great. But that was probably about all I had watched. Oh, and Deep Pocket Monsters. I do love his videos. I think he puts a lot of time and effort into the ideas of his video, and obviously, he's got Card Party that he created, so he's pretty popular in this space. And yeah, he was great. That was pre-channel. After the channel started, though, I definitely shifted gears. I kind of stopped. I haven't actually watched any of those bigger content creators since I started the channel. I've just mainly been focusing on meeting new people, like who was I think actually the person you rated today, Kidio Games, was one of the first channels I started, like, reaching out to and chatting with. And then that's when I met out ALB Trading. After that, I had met Shark Collects, and I think it was through Al's Discord channel. That's where I had found your channel. Um, and then from your channel, what you do on your channel is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that you show all of that love to a bunch of different content creators, because it's so hard to grow a channel. It really is. And that extra little push, it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. And I have met a lot, like Pokey Girl Jessie, I think is her name. I checked out her channel recently. Um, I checked out Kev the Pokey Ghost's channel today, and he's great. I love his content. There's a huge list. I'll sit here on my computer while I'm editing, and I just have a tab of YouTube open, and I just click on as many content creators as I possibly can, and just check out their channels, chat with them a bit, try to get to know them, and you know, just put myself out there at, try to do that. And also, trying to show any love that I can. I've been donating a lot to channels recently, just 'cause I'm trying to help them be able to grow their community, whether that be through giveaways, products, whatever it is they do. But meeting these new content creators has been one of the best things I have done, I feel like, since I've started this journey, because I haven't met any of you guys physically, but just meeting you like this through Discord, through chat, it's awesome. And I absolutely love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm blown away, with how much work that you've been able to put into your channel. You work a full-time job, you've got a family, you've got a very young family. I mean, it's
Yes.
one thing myself, I've got
Sure.
my youngest is a freshman in high school. But
Okay.
again,
Yeah.
I've got two kids in college. So,
Sure.
having a family, it takes balance, but having young kids, you're amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
um, being able to take time for your family. Obviously,
True.
you're working full time, and then creating content. Talk about some of the things personally. It sounds like you have really supportive spouse. Talk
Yes.
about some of the challenges of do you find yourself are you able to make content later at night, like when you do your editing? Can you kind of talk about
Of
some of
course.
the challenges that you have as far as just making the time?
Sure. So you brought it up, Cheyenne. That's my wife. That's her. If it wasn't for her, none of this would be possible. Like she is the reason I have that time because otherwise, I'd be just hanging out with my family, which I do, but I need a little bit of quiet time to be able to work on that while I'm home. But my kids want to be in here with me. They want to hang out with dad, and I want to be able to hang out with them too. But it's so hard to try to do anything on my computer when all three of them are in here. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? I want to be part of it, and that's fine. But like I said, it gets nowhere. So Cheyenne's very good about trying to keep the kids, entertained and most of the time I do have to do any editing is usually after they've gone to bed. Sometimes I'll try to jump on it right after I finish a stream. Um, and sometimes, I sit at a desk a lot at work because I do a lot of like network and I can do a lot of that from my computer. I'll admit, I pull up my channel every once in a while and I work on my channel while I'm at work. That's, when I have the time, but it's definitely a late night thing. That's when I have time to edit. And Marshall, Marshall, lately having him come into the fold for me has been great. He's been able to help me save a lot of time that I can put into ideas. But honestly, my family is my biggest supporters, and without them, none of this would be possible. And in fact, when I feel a little bit down about the channel, like I feel like I'm not doing enough, and maybe I'm not growing enough, I start to feel bad because I'm putting so much time into it away from my family and kids. And I feel like if I'm putting the time in and it's being successful, it doesn't hurt as bad. But when it doesn't seem like I'm growing, which I've gone through those points, um, it feels bad because it feels like I'm not successful here and I've already taken away all that time from my kids and that just feels bad as a dad. And I don't want to do that to them, but my wife's she's very good about picking me up and, you know, telling me that she's fine, they're fine, things are gonna be fine. Just keep putting in as much as the effort as you can because she's shocked at how fast we've grown, and so am I. I never thought that we would grow this fast. I never thought we'd be as successful as we are, and it just makes me want to keep pushing that much harder, for sure.
You're truly amazing. I mean, your growth, your trajectory is amazing. I
I
try to tell
appreciate you, Scott.
people, that maybe are starting out or kind of seem like they're at a plateau. I mean,
Sure.
there's live streams where maybe I'll gain one new subscriber. And again, for
Yeah,
myself, I am honored just to meet one new person in a
sure.
live stream. And again, there's really just a lot of unknowns, a lot of variables. I mean, there's
Right.
time of the day, there's just maybe something within your title, or your thumbnail brought in people, but you're absolutely the word is like crushing it. I mean, you're
Well, thank
absolutely
you, Scott. I
doing an
appreciate it, man.
amazing job. I mean, and I think that speaks for the community, people
Sure.
you're inspiring, the people who are just starting out, or maybe somebody that's like stuck at 100 and they're just trying to get to like
Yeah,
150.
sure.
So I know, we all have our measurements, but
Right.
what you're doing is just incredible. And I know you're putting in a lot of work and time into it. So, I think
I greatly
you
appreciate
had
that,
talked a
man.
little bit about, your goal, 5,000 for the
Sure.
end of 2025. I think
Yes.
that's a realistic goal for you just based on what you've grown to already.
Sure.
And then maybe talk a little bit more. Do you have any other goals as far as your live streams? What is your kind of your time frame for live streams? How many do you go for 1 hour, 2 hours? Like, what is your capacity there, and any goals for longer live streams, any
Yeah,
challenges for live streams? I always get jokes within the
sure.
community about, Scott, you should do a 24-hour live stream. And I'm like, I'm the vintage guy, man. My
Yeah.
bedtime is like 8:30 at night. Like, in fact,
I
my
feel that,
bedtime's
brother.
coming
I
up,
feel that, man. Yep. I'm right there with you, man. I see 7:14 is the time right now. I got
Yeah.
about an hour and a half left in me, and I'll probably
Yeah.
be the same way. Yeah, no, I hear you, and I think something similar to that, maybe not a full 24 hours, maybe like 12 hours or something. That's a little bit different. But yeah, no, I definitely try to do at least 2 hours per stream. More if the content, like people are buying product and I'm still opening, then we'll keep it going. But I try to plan out at least 2 hours worth of content for every live stream, whether it be through giveaways or a box break or just ripping ships, or just hanging out really. I've also been trying to, we do 4 days a week of live streams, and I've tried to make each day something different. Like Mondays, giveaway games. Thursdays is a new series. So tomorrow will be the third time we've done this where we do a if I laugh, I give away Pokemon card series. So I have my viewers upload a bunch of their funny videos onto my Discord, and I'll go through them live, and if any of them make me laugh, I add one card to the pot to give away, and I'll just keep adding, which for them is great because I laugh easy. Like everything makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm just I take everything in a funny way. So yeah, that one that's great. I think that one's actually doing really well. And then right now Saturdays and Fridays are just kind of days for rip and chips mostly still, box breaks, and of course more giveaways if we got them. So I definitely do need to do a better job about setting goals though, and like during the stream, like maybe have some milestones, or if we do something like this, then we'll do this kind of thing. But I've been a little haven't been doing great on that, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I watching you, watching Al, watching all the other content creators. It truly helps me grow. I try to walk a very fine line because I don't like to be the kind of person that feels like I'm taking content from somebody. I know not a lot of content creators will really mind too much, but I don't want to feel like I'm just copying. I want to try to make it my own. So it's more of just an observing thing and trying to take what they do and make it something that works for me and what I do without completely copying them. But yeah, we definitely try to do 3 hours is the goal if I can get there, but we don't want to do no less than two. So 2 to 3 hours is the stream goal usually for every single stream, and more if we can. I've kind of started doing video games on Sunday as well. That's just kind of been like a random thing. I've been a gamer my whole life. Excuse me. I've been a gamer my whole life, not just Pokemon. And I've been putting a lot of time in this channel. I haven't played a game barely since, I started, and that's fine. That's okay. I enjoy this, but I do have that part of me that's like, I missed that game. I kind of want to play. So we're thinking about putting video games into Sunday and somehow making it still Pokemon related if I can possibly do that. So I've got all kinds of ideas. I'm always constantly thinking about what I can
Yeah.
do to change the channel or improve the channel.
Yeah, I mean, that brings up a good question. And that's kind of my next big question for you is monetization. So tell us
Yeah.
right now, where are you as far as hours? Like how close are you to that? And what are some goals about that?
So I checked this morning, and because I check every morning, it's like a bad habit I have that I've just like first thing I wake up, grab my phone, like, all right, what do we go up to today? And we're at about 3,600 watch hours. We need to hit 4,000 to get to that monetization goal. Um, Once we do, I'm not really even sure what that means for the channel because I don't know enough yet. I'm still kind of got to do some more research as far as how beneficial it would be to the channel. I feel like it seems like from what I'm hearing and people that have kind of been in the game for a long time that you kind of have to have quite a bit of views before that even makes a difference, and which is fine. I mean, it's just kind of one of those smaller goals. My biggest concern is my live streams. I kind of want to build upon that and make that the biggest part of my channel. But with that in mind, one video per week is kind of a goal of mine. Like
Mm.
4 live streams, 3 shorts, and one video is what I've kind of been shooting for. And as of lately, I've kind of been turning the if I laugh, I give away stream into a video. I've been editing those down into its own less than 30-minute video and been trying to upload those. It's not doing great, but that's okay. All I can do is just continue to post it and continue to improve upon it, try to make it better, try to get as much feedback as I possibly can on those videos. But I think from what I hear is, from what I understand, videos are kind of the place to be when it comes to like monetization, like getting views on those is kind of where that actually makes a difference. So that's why I want to make sure I'm at least doing one video a week if I can. Marshall's been great on that too. He's been helping a lot with that. So,
Yeah, shout out to
but
Marshall.
yeah,
Marshall
100%.
is amazing.
He's a
Like
good
I
dude.
said, he's just a creative genius. He has so many
Yes.
amazing ideas. You can always ask questions. So thank you, Marshall.
Yes.
Amazing
Appreciate you, man. You're
resource.
great.
Like I said, he's an international treasure, not
Yes.
just a national treasure.
Sure.
He's one of a kind. And I think it's great to have, goals that you're able to do on a weekly basis, like your one full length video
Sure.
or a long form video. Talk about your YouTube shorts. I mean, you've really been successful with them. I love the quizzes that you do.
Yeah.
Your knowledge of Pokemon is unbelievable.
Some
And
say
you
maybe a little
certainly
too
have fun
much.
with it. I mean, it's you and Cheyenne, your wife.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of these videos, and we like to share them out. And talk about this is part of your passion, but
Sure.
you can just see that you're having fun. I mean, this looks like
Yeah.
something you're having fun with, and maybe talk about how important that is for you, because it looks quite apparent that you're having fun. I mean, sometimes you watch some videos and it doesn't really look like maybe people are enjoying it. It just
Yeah.
kind of looks a little routine, but you truly are having fun. Maybe speak to that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my mic was messed up. My dog's barking in the background, which means the family's home.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know, it's not hard for me to get excited when I do my content because I love what I'm doing, I love Pokemon and I love entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I like to entertain. I making people laugh and, have a little bit of giggle, even if they're laughing at me. I'll take it. I take that as a win. I love it, and but yeah, as far as the shorts are great. I just recently started uploading videos to my members only that are bloopers of me and my wife trying to record a video because
Yeah.
that girl can't take anything serious when we're trying to record. And it's fun though. The two I uploaded recently, we're just basically just sitting there laughing the whole time, and we can't get a single word out trying to record these new short series. And yeah, no, they're great, man. And I love interacting with my wife because she's never really been into Pokemon. It's not that she doesn't like it. She likes it because I like it and she tries to support me in that way. But having her involved with that is great. And the new Mimic Monday short is great because I can just try to sound the Pokemon and look like a dummy doing it. But I think it's entertaining and I think people are finding it entertaining, which is great. Comments are really big to me because I'll that's how I gauge whether or not the shorts are doing well, even if it doesn't do well view wise. What people are saying, I feel like in my mind means more. I don't know, but we've been hitting close to about 500 to 600 per short usually, which is I don't know if that's good. It feels like that's good. So that's kind of because of that. That's kind of been my goal is to try to hit at least 500 views and 20 plus likes, and we've been doing well. Thanks to you, we've been doing well, and I greatly appreciate you for that. But I think the biggest goal is going to be trying to start hitting 1,000 per view. Um, and I don't know. I haven't really figured out a way to get there yet. I don't know if there's a special way, like a special time to upload shorts, during the day, if that makes a difference on how many eyes see it. But I will admit that our shorts have got us a lot of viewers on the lives.
Hmm.
I try to put out promotional shorts every once in a while saying, hey, we're giving away this on the channel. It's an awesome giveaway. If you want to have a chance, come on out over to the live. We'll be live at this time and kind of thing. And it's been helping. It really has been. It may not be pulling in, hundreds and hundreds of viewers, but it grabs one or two, which is fantastic to me, man. I love seeing new faces on the stream. Every time I see a new name come across the chat or the chat, I'm like, all right, let's go. How you guys doing today? It's nice, man. Shorts have been a big part of the channel growth, I feel like.
That's huge. I mean, it sounds like that consistency. I mean, shorts have not worked very well for me. I mean, it's been a learning curve for me, but it
Sure,
sounds like you have done incredible. I mean, 500 to 600 or more
sure.
viewers is huge. I mean, I've had shorts that just fizzle out
Right.
with barely 50 views. So congratulations to you. I mean, I think
Thank
it's just
you.
a matter of time before you start seeing 1,000 and more
Sure.
views. You certainly found something in the algorithm that is working, and
Yeah,
your videos are engaging, right? I mean, that's the main thing. That's what
sure.
YouTube wants, is for you to have engaging content, and you found that. So that's huge. And
Right.
I think also the consistency with that probably helps within YouTube as well. Um, I want to give you an opportunity to share out. Do you have any big milestones coming up? Obviously, 2K
Sure.
subscribers is probably around the corner. You'll probably have a big celebration for that. But anything
Yes.
else coming up? Any birthdays? Any special things you've got planned?
Sure.
Any pack battles? Any maybe tell us a little bit about maybe what's coming up for the next few months?
Right. So of course, like you said, the 2K celebration that'll be coming. I'm still working that out in my head. That's going to come to me soon. I'm sure. It better. But we do have our very first ever members only stream. I was planning on doing one members only stream per month where we do, as top tier of a giveaway as I possibly can. Right now, we're giving away the N Zoroark SAR from Battle Parts to all members. Any member can join in on that one. And we're also giving away a sealed box of Battle Partners to our top tier members, our Savage members.
Wow.
So we have that to look forward to. That'll be on February 27th this month. So that'll be good. I'm planning on doing a bunch of different fun new games that I was actually working on before we started this. So I'm looking forward to debuting those games, and they should be fun. As far as future, plans for the channel, future like events and stuff, I base a lot of what I do and on what product I can find, or what singles I can find, what slaps I can find. And based off that, then I'm like, all right, this is what I got. What can I do to make this fun for everybody? Members, channel viewers, all of it. So right now, other than that members giveaway and the 2K celebration, I don't have anything crazy on my radar. Early March, Hot Air or Hot Wave Arena. I wish I remember the name. That's coming out, and I like to do fun things when the new set comes out. So I definitely have plans for that. I hope people come out to see that. It should be good. I'm gonna have the best prices I possibly can on that. So hopefully people can jump on that. And of course, I'll be giving away packs. I always do. We're gonna give a chance for people to just jump in on some packs without having to pay in. So always have those opportunities.
That's awesome. I mean, having those goals, hitting 2K, it's just around the corner for you. It's really awesome.
Yes.
And, I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out, something that's near and dear to my heart, that means more to me than a lot of things, including opening up packs and cards.
Sure.
But this community is amazing. We have so many,
Yes.
we're blessed to meet so many amazing people within the community. Every single day. I call them
Right.
cousins. The community is unbelievable. And I'm honored to meet so many great people from around the
Sure.
world. But a lot of this would not be possible without moderators. I think we talk about that
Yes.
at whatever
Yes.
level, whether you
100%.
just hit 50 subscribers and you're able to go do a live stream for the first time. It
Right.
wouldn't be possible without moderators. They keep everything organized. They keep, things going
100%.
safely. They keep chat safe.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you an opportunity. I don't mean to put you on the spot right now,
No.
but an opportunity, a shout out for any of your moderators.
Yes.
Again, they make this process fun and organized. So yeah, any moderators that you want to give a shout out to?
More than happy to, very much so. So I have 3 moderators currently that do so much for my channel. They are constantly feeding me ideas and constantly helping me make better decisions moving forward with the channel. And I had said earlier, we do a monthly meeting on Discord where I just voice chat with them. We chat. They've been great. Josh and Kristen, they're a couple. They're out of North Carolina. They have been in the channel since pretty much the start. They were there when I was, a very small channel still at the time before we started to get a little bit of growth. And they've continued to stay with me, continue to support me, continue to do shout outs on the chat when we're live. And then right along them is I don't know his actual name, but his channel name is Geo. And he's been great. He's got some great ideas, and he makes me look dumb. I feel like we should be switching places. He should be the one here doing this and not me. But he's great. I love him. And there is another local gentleman. His name is Brandon. This guy has put so much support and love into my channel. He just wants to see me be successful. Every time I have a new product, he's the first one to buy in. He buys in, and I actually got him into Pokemon. He was never really into it, and I told him I was going to start this channel and start doing these things. And he's like, "All right, I'll watch. I'll see what it's about," And he started doing it and started buying in, and I can actually attribute a lot of my early on success to him because I think starting a rip and ship channel is not easy. People don't know you, they don't trust you, they feel uncomfortable giving their money to someone they don't know. And Brandon was there to buy into pretty much everything to kind of, I feel like it helped because it showed people that someone's willing to buy in and they feel comfortable doing it. So it made other people comfortable to buy in. And from there, it just kind of grew and I got more trust. So, Brandon, You're amazing. All my mods, you're amazing. Gio, Josh, Kristen, I appreciate you. And my viewers. I've got so many viewers and members that have come in lately that they're making it easy for me to give away more things because without their love and support, it gets tough. So Al Deadpool fans, a name that comes to mind. He's come in and showed a lot of love to my channel, and that guy's an absolute legend. Of course, Marshall, thank you so much for everything you do for me and other content creators like Scott here. It helps. It really does help. Sometimes doing this journey alone is just not the way to go. It's good to have your friends out there, and I refer to everyone. I consider everyone here my friend. I absolutely do. You guys are amazing. Rocket, you're amazing. Al, I'll shout out you and Shark Collects. Those are some two content creators I've been working a lot with lately. They've got some great ideas. They're coming out with some great content and all the love they've been getting. Kedio Games as well. Oh man, you want to talk about growth? I feel like that guy has been doing great things. I mean, I'm shocked. I love it. I love it, man. The passion those two show with each other, you know, dad and son. Makes me jealous. I want my daughter in here with me, but she just doesn't understand it yet. She's not quite old enough, but one of these days, but
That's a great
everybody.
future goal, right? A future
Yeah,
goal for the channel.
100%. Yep,
Yeah.
get Olivia in here way more often for sure. I'm trying to get my wife in here too, but she's a little camera shy.
Yeah.
She's not quite ready to be in front of the camera. She pops in every once in a while, but yeah, no, I consider this a family channel, so I want my family to be part of it.
Well, Tony, I appreciate you taking the time,
Of course.
to join Trainer Talk podcast. You are
Yes.
amazing. You are absolutely crushing it. I mean,
Thanks for
almost
having
2K
me.
subscribers in 2025. Your goal of 5K subscribers by the end of the year. I absolutely believe that and more. You are a blessing to the entire
Thank you.
community. And we're just honored to have you here on the podcast, and really excited.
That means
Thank you
a
for
lot.
taking the time to share,
Yeah, of course.
your channel, some of your goals for the year, and thank you for sharing
Yeah.
out your mods. Your community
Of course.
is amazing, and again, I'll share out all the details of how people can subscribe to your channel down below in the description. How people
greatly
can join
appreciate that.
your channel as well. But I'm so excited to look at you 6 months from now, a year from now, and
Yeah.
go back and look at how far you have grown over this year. So thank you, Tony,
Sure.
again.
And the same goes to you, Scott. I am excited to watch the growth of your channel. I know you said you've been doing this for a year. I wish I would have started watching you earlier because it's fun, man. You got that chill vibe when you just seem like you love it, and that's what I love. Like you said, you like watching someone that looks like they're enjoying what they're doing because it just makes it that much more fun to watch. And you're doing great stuff, Rocket, and I love it. And I want to continue to watch you grow as well. The entire community. I want us to all blossom, my friend. So I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to kind of share my story and my thought process and what I do. And yeah, no, I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely blessed. So thank you, Tony. It's been a pleasure, and
Yes.
I can't wait. I want everyone to subscribe to you, Tony. Again, Savage, you're amazing. So I'll share out all the details down below. Thank you so much, Savage. Have a great day. And
Same to you.
We're going to end the recording right now. Thank you so much.
Okay.